another each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. I'm trying something new. Here. What I did is once the video posted, I went back in the video and put at everyone. So everyone in the group just got tagged. So see how that works. See if we can do that. Do you know how much more entertaining this would be with a co-host? Of course, we're not always going for entertainment here. But if this wasn't at least halfway entertaining, you wouldn't want to listen for more than 5 minutes or so. And so got to kind of mix it up some too. Hit different things. And I usually get started about the 3-minute mark. And today we're going to be reading out the 12 by 12. This will be the 4th step. And we're going to be talking about our instincts today and how they were given, how they serve their purpose, how we can deal with our instincts. Right. Okay. I'm just shutting my door all the way. There's a little bit of noise going on, so it's all right if we have a little bit, but beyond that, it could be kind of distracting. So. No, I'll do that at everyone, and then I'd be like, nah. So, all right, we're hitting that 3-minute mark. So, welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I'm gonna be your host. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Thinking about doing things in a different order, so I'll come on live and do a little bit of talking until we have some people on, and then I will do the theme song, so that when the theme song ends, we go right into the show. So I'm gonna probably give that a try also, and kind of see what happens. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm reading out 12 by 12 today. Page 42. Yeah, 42 is where I'm reading. So any of those that would like to follow along. All right, let's get started. Creation gave us instincts for a purpose. Now you know where I got my title. I stole it. Sometimes I make them up, but usually I steal them. I think it's kind of fun to come up with titles. But anyway, without them, we wouldn't be complete human beings. If men and women didn't exert themselves to be secure in their persons, made no effort to harvest food or construct shelter, there would be no survival. If they didn't reproduce, the earth wouldn't be populated. If there were no social instincts, if men cared nothing for society of one another, there would be no society. So these desires for sex, relation, for material and emotional security, and for companionship are perfectly necessary and right, and surely God-given. Right? So our instincts is also part of our survival mode. Our instincts are to gather food, which we do, gather toilet paper, right? One of our instincts is to procreate, finding a mate, having children. Okay. Then we have our material and emotional security, right? And companionship. And these are necessary and they're right. But unfortunately, I was kind of born odd. So I didn't know how to handle these instincts very well growing up. Right? I just, no. Yet these instincts, so necessary for our existence, often far exceed their proper function. Powerfully, blindly, many times subtly, they drive us, dominate us, and insist upon ruling our lives. Our desires for sex, for material and emotional security, and for an important place in society often tyrannize us. Okay? And when I say tyrannize you, that means they're on your ass all the time. You think about it all the time. It is thrown in your face. It is. These things are thrown in your face all the time. Okay? I just took a screenshot and I got in a Johnny Walker ad right after it was my recovery video and then Johnny Walker ad. And I've set my preferences. Okay? They don't care. All they hear is alcoholic not doing well. Oh, well then we better give them some alcohol ads. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay? It is being thrown in my face. That is a form of gaslighting, Facebook. Fact check that, motherfuckers. When thus out of joint, man's natural desires cause him great trouble. Practically all the trouble there is. No human being, however good, is exempt from these troubles. Nearly every serious emotional problem can be as a case of misdirected instinct. When that happens, our great natural assets, the instincts, have turned into mental and physical liabilities. So it's when our instincts start to become liabilities. Okay. Let's put it this way. It's when our instincts start to affect other people in a negative fashion. Okay. When people get into the program, they go one or two ways. Okay. Well, one of three ways, but it kind of happens to all of us. We get rid of the alcohol or we get rid of the drugs or we get rid of whatever. And then we find something else. And it's either sex or money. It's usually one of the two. That then we start thinking, oh, well, this is what we need in order to survive, in order to keep me happy. When happiness really comes from inside. See, we had the cart before the horse. Okay, instead of utilizing the good feelings that we have in order to make a difference, we have been abusing those people around us to make us feel better about ourselves. Right? That's why we feel so guilty. That's why we have a lot of shame. Step 4 is our vigorous and painstaking effort to discover what these liabilities in each of us have been and are. Causes and conditions. That's what we're looking for here. Looking for the causes and, well, why? Why did I do that? Well, because it was affecting my security. It was affecting my self-esteem. See, for the longest time, girls would not, I never went through the stage of not liking girls. I've always chased them. I don't ever remember thinking, ew, girls, ever. But it wasn't until I was a little bit older that I actually started dating, right? And I would take my misdirected instincts out on them. I would. I was never a very good boyfriend. Okay. Once I was bored with you, I was looking for somebody else because I thought that I had to sleep with as many women as I could so that I could have some sort of something. I don't know what I was going for, but I can tell you now it did not work. Didn't work. No, all I did was cause harm. We want to find out exactly how, when, and where our natural desires have warped us. We wish to look squarely at the unhappiness this has caused others and ourselves. By discovering what our emotional deformities are, we can move toward their correction. Without a willing and persistent effort to do this, there can be little sobriety or contentment for us. Without a searching and fearless moral inventory, most of us have found that faith which really works in daily living is still out of reach. It's because step 4 is part of trying to discover who you are. Okay? And what we need to do is we're trying to get rid of these things. But in order to get rid of them, you have to be aware of them first. And for an alcoholic who is stubborn as fuck, we got to drive it into their head. That's why the 4th step is so repetitive. It is so repetitive. It is to show me that I was selfish in every single type of relationship I was ever in. Every single one. Because I always wanted something out of that. And if it didn't come true according to my specifications, I would get angry and drink at it. Sound about right? Okay. So it was these causes and conditions that led me to the bottle. So once I get rid of the bottle and the booze, and then I start to get rid of these causes and conditions, then I'm freeing up enough room for me to heal, for me to be reborn. So we got to make room. Got to make room for that new person coming in. Right? And make room for them. Be conscious about that. Okay? If you're in the 4th and 5th step, you're about to do a lot of changing. A lot of changing. And good on you. Good on you. Without a searching, okay, before tackling the inventory problem in detail, let's have a closer look at what the basic problem is. Simple examples like the following take on a world of meaning when we think about them. Suppose a person places sex desire ahead of everything. In such a case, this imperious urge can destroy his chances for material and emotional security, as well as his standing in the community. Another may develop such an obsession for financial security that he wants nothing but hoard money. Going to the extreme, he can become a miser or even a recluse who denies himself both family and friends. Hey? It's the way it always goes. People either go for that sex or they go for the money because they think that they need to fill that hole with something. And what you need to do is go to 90 meetings in 90 days, get a sponsor, and work on your spiritual malady. Okay? This is where social media can be bad. I have 60 days of sobriety. I'm taking a picture with filters. If you're in recovery, stop using filters. It's not recovery. That's not you. Why are you being fake? I don't use any filters. This is me. This is my face. All its blemishes, all its gray, its wrinkles, and everything else that has gone on in my life. Okay? And I have to be my true person in everything that I do. That's why I don't edit this. I don't take notes. You don't see this skip and I have to memorize a new set of lines. I don't work that way. No. Okay? I don't understand why people do that. Can they not think of one thought to the next, or does it need to sound or be so perfect for you to get your word across? Why can't your video just be a little imperfect like you are? See, the imperfection gives what I do character, right? Nor is the quest for security always expressed in terms of money. How frequently we see a frightened human being determined to depend completely upon a stronger person for guidance and protection. This weak one, failing to meet life's responsibilities with his own resources, never grows up. Disillusionment and helplessness are his lot. In time, all his protectors either flee or die, and he is once more left alone and afraid. We've also seen men and women who go power mad. I'm watching this happen right now. Watching people go power mad, who devote themselves to attempting to rule their fellows. These people often throw to the winds every chance for legitimate security and a happy family life. Whenever a human being becomes a battleground for instincts, there can be no peace. That line says so much. Whenever a human being becomes a battleground for instincts, there can be no peace. And we see this all the time. We see this done through gaslighting. Right? The tough one is when people come in and there's people that prey on them, not necessarily even sexually, but financially. Oh, come on over here. Come on over here. The grass is greener. And you don't have to do all that work. We'll teach you to be a recovery coach and you can pay me. That's what it is. They're power mad. They're power mad. Okay? They will do things like, I'm for all pathways, but they do not practice any of them because they don't know them, because they didn't go. They didn't do the work. These people are usually two-steppers. All right, there's more to it, but I think I'm kind of done on this one. So, of course, now people are showing up. I'm ending. So, yeah. So anytime we use our instincts in order to further what it is that we think we want in life, it's not going to work for you anymore. Okay? If you have gone through, if you have even started on 4 or 5, it won't work anymore because now your brain has discovered some things. And once it has discovered some things, you'll never be the same again. And so when I say that I'm in the business of ruining drinking careers, that is what I mean. That means that if I talk to you, hopefully you will never be able to drink the same again. Because I'm planting the seed. Because I want you to come back. All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. Hope everybody has a great Thursday. I love you. Peace out and have a day.